Good afternoon and welcome to Saigon as we now drive along the river through District 1 to get to the airport, which without traffic is around a 20-minute drive to the north. I view Singapore Airlines as basically the most important carrier for my channel for a few reasons which I'm going to explore today. But the root of it all simply comes down to consistency. They truly are the most consistent airline on Earth. The only thing more consistent than that perhaps is how consistently I say they are consistent in every video that I make about them. This is the first of 3 legs to New York. The first 2 are on Singapore Airlines in economy, and the third is on ANA in their new first class suite. These 3 flights together I practically stole for a total of 55,000 Amex membership rewards points plus $117 in fees booking via Avianca Lifemiles. This is probably my best redemption to date considering what ANA usually charges. That exact same flight one way from Haneda to JFK on the same date this year, currently $13,105. Absolutely insane. Before we get into this further though, let me welcome you to the channel if you're new here. My name is Kevin and I am the Flip Flop Traveler. I'm here to give you honest content about flights, hotels, and cruises. I paid for this trip out of pocket, and the price that I paid, as always, is in the description below. Singapore Airlines had no prior knowledge that I'd be filming today, and I didn't receive any compensation from them. Everything in this video is my personal opinion, based on my unique experience. The rest, I'll let speak for itself. Let's get into it. If you ever have a choice of international flight times departing Ho Chi Minh City, always choose something in the late morning or early afternoon. By far the quietest time unless you're here at like 3 a.m. The international terminal, which you see to the right side of the red line, has only 10 gates, so busy times here truly are really busy. Thankfully, the new Terminal 3 is now under construction just next door. At the time, I had Starline's Gold, so I checked in at the business class desks. Note though, if your flight has premium economy on it, then that's the lane that you'll check in with Star Gold. All was smooth and easy, and I was given my first 2 boarding passes. The third I would need to collect upon landing at the transfer desk in Tokyo. For status or business class guests, Singapore Airlines or SQ is generous with lounge options here, allowing access to the Saigonnaise Lounge, or a voucher for the Sen Viet Spa, or a food court voucher. You likely guessed it, I chose the food court. Just kidding, to the lounge we go. If you head down to the description, you'll find my next 5 videos to come out, as well as other bits and pieces, like what exactly was included in my fare. On your way down there, don't forget to subscribe. I release full-length videos every Thursday and Saturday. I've shown this lounge a whole bunch of times, many with a Singapore Airlines flight on the channel, so let me explain what I said in the opener. There are 2 reasons I like flying new airlines as much as possible. First is, well, I want to see what they're like for myself. The differences between small details, from napkin rings to seat back pockets to headrest covers, and everything else imaginable, really is of interest to me. The second reason is just for a variety of content on the channel. The reason that I choose to fly SQ, and Qatar Airways for that matter, multiple times per year, are they're my 2 baselines. SQ I think is the most consistent on Earth, and Qatar Airways calls themselves the best business class on Earth. Seeing how they evolve their products, especially after getting out of COVID, was really helpful to me, simply so I knew how to better judge other airlines. I don't compare other airlines to them, that wouldn't be fair, but I think it's simply important to have a fixed place to form opinions from. That's why you'll see both of these airlines featured multiple times per year in various classes on the channel. One impressive thing about SQ is how consistent they've been while growing so rapidly. During COVID, they incorporated Silk Air, their former regional arm, into their mainline operation, and continue to take on new aircraft essentially every month. They received 12 new wide-body aircraft in 2023. In the same year, they had record-breaking profits and revenue, with over 2 billion Singapore dollars in profits from over $15 billion in revenue. Quite an impressive rebound. They currently have a total of 161 aircraft in their fleet, 149 of which are for passengers, with 63 more on order. They also recently became the world's largest operator of the 787-10 when they received their 22nd frame in October, surpassing United. SQ currently flies to 75 international destinations, with 3 more resuming or beginning this year, including London Gatwick, Brussels, and Sapporo. Just nice to see a really busy day here at the airport with a variety of airlines that I haven't seen here in some years. SQ is also the largest operator of the A350-900, which is our aircraft for today. We'd be departing today from Gate 9, which is near the end of the concourse. Here's our first look at our less than 2-year-old aircraft in Singapore's regional configuration. SQ has 3 very different configurations of their A350s. The regional version, like today, has a staggered business class and an economy section. Their standard version has their signature business class, premium economy, and economy. And their ultra-long-haul version, used only for New York, Newark, and some California rotations, has just business class and premium economy. If you'd like to see business class reviews on all 3 versions, check out one of the videos linked above or in the description below. We had some especially beautiful sun rays today, which persisted even after takeoff. Boarding was on time and very orderly, group by group. Here's your friendly reminder to click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with friends and family. Those are really the easiest ways, all free for you, to help support the channel. If you'd like to support me further, my Patreon is linked in the description below. Thanks very much in advance. Let's have a look at today's flight stats. Earbuds are available for the taking as you board the plane, and I was warmly greeted as I stepped on board. I took a pair to use on my JetBlue flight, which, when I started writing this script, I completely forgot that I was connecting to. So in fact, this is the first of 4 flights. At JFK, I actually had less than a 2-hour connection. Luckily, it was an absolute breeze, change of terminals and all. For today's flight, I went towards the back of the cabin since I didn't need to rush for immigration and would get a better view of that beautiful wingtip. These seats I've flown many times, and the more I fly them, the less I like them. I genuinely don't understand why the legroom always seems to be so tight. Besides that though, it is definitely a full feature seat as far as economy goes. These seats are widely reported to have 32 inches of seat pitch, the industry measurement that goes from the same point on 2 seats, which gives you an idea about the legroom. On SQ, this is what 32 inches of seat pitch gets you. But on the exact same aircraft type, this is what 32 inches of seat pitch gets you on China Airlines. There's a big difference. Everything else about the seat though is great. A cup holder, universal outlets, USB port, a small storage area big enough for AirPods or something similar. This seat really does have every bell and whistle that you could ask for, especially for a regional seat. There's even a vanity mirror.
Assisting him an excellent team of cabin crew.
Oh, but no overhead vents. We pushed back, and then my favorite safety video began to roll.
During takeoff and landing, ensure that your tray table is stowed away. Put the back of your seat upright and keep your shoes on. Before we take off, stow your luggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments.
It was a straightforward taxi to the runway today, so sit back and relax. The spool up, takeoff, and airport stats are coming up next. Just a couple of comfort items to explore today. Each seat had a pillow on it upon boarding. They weren't covered in plastic, but they seemed fresh enough. It's also a really nice quality for economy. And then we had the earbuds, which are, well, I guess as good as cheap earbuds can be. Entertainment, as always, is good on Singapore, but don't expect a movie selection anywhere near the likes of Emirates or Delta or something like that. They do have a really good moving map though, and in economy, the IFE also displays the full menu for your flight. Pretty useful. For today's lunch, we had a choice of chicken goulash with sautéed vegetables and gnocchi, or Vietnamese braised 5-spice beef with vegetables and rice. I chose the former. These cardboard boxes get a lot of hate. I mean, a lot of hate, but I really like them. They're easier to eat out of, and they don't burn your hands crispy like standard metal containers do. The meal was very good, but I was not too impressed with their interpretation of gnocchi. This is just pasta. The next 45 or so minutes of cruising was as smooth as could be. Lucky for you, you'll see it all in under a minute. A quick trip to the restroom to find a well-stocked bathroom, as I'll say for the 9th time, especially for a regional economy flight. Though I am curious who thought the air vent was a water dispenser? Or, you know what, let's move on. We have toothbrushes. Some more of those beautiful sun rays as we begin the top of our descent. We had a straightforward approach today from the north. Service on board was efficient as ever, but with that signature SQ touch. The couple behind me, both North American, have apparently never flown before. Maybe they swam to Vietnam, because they were borderline outraged that there wasn't a quote-unquote strict vegetarian option available. The crew and later the purser very gently explained such meals are available, but you need to order in advance. Despite the unnecessary attitude from the passengers, the crew were able to find 2 vegetarian meals. I suppose from other passengers who ordered but chose not to eat, which the crew delivered after the rest of the meal service was over, not for a second showing an ounce of frustration. Okay, so I'll let you enjoy the views as we approach Changi. Airport stats are coming up. So, it was an uneventful but perfectly pleasant hop down to Singapore for the first of, I guess, 3 positioning flights. Besides the legroom, there's really nothing I'd change or even think to Oh, the air vent. Just the air vent. Give me air vents. Okay, I'm done. I really do hope that you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please be sure to click the like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on my twice weekly content. I'll see you next time from the Grand Hyatt in Athens. Oh, and as always, thanks for watching until the end.